Hello there survivors, welcome back to another video in ARK Survival Ascended. Today I've built this lovely little farmhouse using the Castle Keeps and Forts mod. And it's another addition to my ever-growing project with this mod, creating a little medieval village and some farmlands around it. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build this one yourself if you're looking for a nice build. It has a decent amount of space inside, but just be aware that there's no interior done, so you'll need to figure that one out for yourself. So here we are at my little farmhouse on Australis. If you're wondering where I've built it, it's located right over here on the map, all the way in the corner. And yeah, we have a lovely little farmhouse with nice little stables outside here, some room for some tames right here. Then we have a little shed right next to it to, you know, store a little bit of your goods. And then we also have a little overhang on the side here, which houses some of your lumber maybe. I'm using the Western Deco mod for these logs to just add in a few details. These are the ferries pathways, I think it's called, which is quite cool. I've switched to these. They look really good. And yeah, we have a little entrance right here looking quite nice as well. And then we have another little shed out the back. So we have a pretty tall first layer of the build. So yeah, you do have a decent amount of space there. And then we have another layer here in the middle with some nice big windows to look out over, as well as this addition on the side to kind of make it a little bit more interesting. We've got a chimney, a fireplace, and then we have some lovely additions to the roof as well to spice that up a little bit too. So yeah, that means you have a decently sized farmhouse that kind of has a little bit of everything going on at the same time, because it didn't really make sense for me to have like multiple buildings out here in this farmland, because it's probably going to be relatively small. So yeah, there we go. Let's get into the build. The question is, how big will it be? 4, 6, 7-ish. We'll see. We'll just kind of wing it like that. Maybe a little bit more. All right. Oh, there we go. They're off hunting. There we go. As in, there we go. So that could be a little shed. That would be the main building. And then here there would be some stables, I feel like. There we go. We might remove some of these as the entrances, I suppose. And then we would have a railing back here. I guess potentially we would want these open, because that's easier to park something in there. So I might want to make those fences a little bit higher as dividers. I like how they randomize. I love that feature. That really helps making it a little bit more dynamic of a build. I think we probably want these at least a half one higher still, so that whatever we fit inside can actually fit inside without bumping your head. There we go. And then probably this is actually just going to keep the same roof all the way along. There we go. Very nice. There we go, like that. Little arches here. And then here on the side, we probably want to add them as well. And then here, I think we'll go with some windows. There we go. That's the front of the little shed. I think you probably would want a little doorway there. There we go. Perfect. So that's a little shed that we can get into, and then I probably would want some stairs in there too. There we go. That's probably what we want. There we go. Actually, no. I think what we want to do is add some extra beams in here. We'll do these in here. Yeah, and we'll have these scaffoldings there too. There we go, maybe like this. Just to kind of fill it in a bit more, and then we could actually also continue these. There we go. That looks a lot nicer already. That is 2-2, so it would make it easier if I have pillars there, because then I could have pillars here, to kind of balance it all out. I think I kind of like the idea of the stones that we had on that build that we'll try to match for like the first layer of the build, maybe. So we'll have these. There we go. And then we could have some windows next to that. So for now we'll have that. So a nice little entrance here. You know what we'll do? Maybe we'll have this here. And we'll make a proper little entrance out of it. Oh, no, that's not the one I wanted to do at all. These. And then go. There we go. That's a nice little entrance. That way. I feel like this wall could be pretty simple because we don't really want windows in here. Although we could, I guess, also have a window to look into your stables. Why not? You might want to see your horse. There we go. I feel like that's a good one. Let's see. Wait a minute. We do want to make sure that it all lines up the same way, because otherwise it's not gonna fit in with each other. So that could be a nice place for some windows. I guess there would be some big windows though. Or I guess we could do these. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. And then fill in the top here. Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, we could have some beams and pillars around them. There we go. And then it's kind of the question, how high should this building be? Because I kind of feel like it might have to be one higher even. Might be the best way. It's gonna be a little bit of a taller building. I guess that makes sense with the stables already being there. And if this is a main farm, it can be a little bit bigger. There we go. We'll have a little addition on the side here. And then we can add in some nice arches on the side too. There we go. Very nice. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then I think we want some big windows. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that works. Do I do it like this? That could be nice. There we go. So that would be the wall on this side. And then there we go. We can start filling them in. There we go. Yeah. There we go. We kind of need to figure out what we do on this side. I mean, we might have some sheds behind this. I don't really know for sure. I think what we do is probably we want to mirror this wall. I feel like that makes sense. There we go. We'll definitely mirror the pillars. Yeah, and then maybe what we do is we have a door here in the middle. Just like that. Means we can fill that wall in. This wall's probably also not going to be anything. I guess we might want to add something in there. There we go. We can have some windows. And then we can fill in these sections. There we go. Make our little windows just as we have on the other side. There we go. So 2 windows and a little door in the middle. If we want to add any kind of work area here, we can easily have access to that, because I do feel like we probably want something at the back here too. So maybe we do add something. We can't go too big because otherwise the windows can't be there. We don't want that either. There we go. I guess we could have one like that. Or maybe we have a window here. There we go. Come on. There we go. So yeah, we'll have a little build right here. Just so that we can have something to break up the back of the build as well. Add in a little roof. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I love not having to worry about overhangs because you can just add them in so easily. That's really nice. There we go. So yeah, we have our little shed here in the back. Quite like that too. And then we want to make these little quarter ceilings attached to the side too, all the way across. And then we can add in some supports. Once again, we're going to randomly mix them up with the village and the settler tiers. Like maybe some have recently been replaced. All done. And then we can add in these sections. Perfect. There we go. And the last few things to fill in. There we go. Yeah, I think we'll keep it relatively simple and do the windows on the same spots. There we go. Just like that. Then we'll have the blanco ones to fill in the gaps. There we go. Filling all the gaps in. Oh, not these. There we go. There we go. And the rest we'll figure out once we have the roof in place. I think that is the most important thing. But now at least we know where roughly the fireplace would be. The first of them I think I want here. There we go. So we'll continue with the tiny ones. Okay. There we go. Let's figure out this shape first. There we go. There it is. That's a little nice addition, I suppose. And then we could have some windows there. And we could fill in the remaining little gaps. Just like that. There we go. And that's what I would do here. There we go. So that's what I would do. But then this would be this. That. There we go. There we go. We can fill these in. And then I think this one will actually do slightly differently, I think. We'll do something like this, and I think we'll go for, if I remember correctly, what I did last time was something like this, which is quite nice. Especially if we start adding these in. So first of all, we want to make sure we have that little overhang in for these additions, which adds some nice depth. And then here, we're going to add these on top. Oh, the middle is going to be a problem. That is unfortunate, but I do think we can probably figure that out. I guess we would need something in the middle to snap to. Or would this be enough? I don't know. Guess not. But maybe that could get me that in there, and then maybe we could have there we go. And we'll fix that. There we go. That's pretty nice. We do need to add the overhangs here as well, because now it's kind of flat. Oh, I kind of forgot that we had a fireplace there. Doesn't quite fit there anymore. So maybe we'll have to rethink where we want a fireplace. Because I do kind of like this vibe. And then let's make sure to add in these on the side, because that will probably help a bit. There we go. We'll add in all of these. And I guess we'll have those little guys at the end. There we go. And then I definitely want to have a beam going across this. There we go. And then the top layer here, I want to fill in with settler gables. So yeah, we basically want to have these in here. Do I want to add a little window? Maybe not a window necessarily, but like, you know, there's probably going to be a hay attic here. So we probably just want to have this. There we go. I guess we at least want to have this roof here so I can easily make this side too, and we can make that look nice here. There we go. And then we have that part. Yeah, I like that being of wood. Different texture to the build, which might mean... Should I change those textures out? Maybe I should actually. That might be a good call. Bring the wood to that whole attic layer. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Then we have 3 very distinct layers. It's going to be quite funny if I build all these lovely windows and I'm just going to have a bunch of hay at my attic, but that's fine. It's fine. You know, we'll deal with that. We just want to make it pretty. Guess we're still looking for a good place for the fireplace eventually, but maybe we'll just have less. Maybe we'll have a window less or something here. That might make more sense. There we go. Yeah, that means that we can have an easy fireplace there. And we can have a lovely chimney sticking out of the roof, which we definitely want. I love this system. This is how all chimneys should be. Never again having to struggle. There we go. Okay. That means that we'll not have any window here. Which is good. Could have used the big roofs for that part, I suppose. I guess we could replicate that same kind of window here. There we go. So yeah, we'll have some windows here and here as well. I guess these we also want to kind of replace then. There we go. And we can fill those sections in, and then we probably will just do the same for this section. Oh, we need to look different. There we go. We'll have the little arch. Oh no, we need to have the pillar, and then we can do the arch. That's what we did. There we go. Yeah, and then we could have this little scaffolding piece up there. There we go. That looks nice. And then we just need to add the last details. We can add this one right here. We want to add these. Did I already do it on this side? I did. It's good. Then we can fill in that section too. Perfect. And we'll fill it all in. There we go. But we're getting pretty close, I would say. So we'll fill these in with the basics here. Might as well. Get this side nicely sorted as well. I think we'll want some windows here, because that always looks nice. There we go. And then we'll fill in the remaining little gap. There we go. I feel like there needs to be kind of something going on in that section. I don't know. Maybe we'll have like a little roof. You know, I don't exactly know what I want. But yeah, maybe. But yeah, maybe if we just have a little bit of something going on there. To kind of just make that wall less flat. That would be good. There we go. We need a big sign. The name of the farm needs to be there. There we go. Yeah, we can make a little nice addition out of this to kind of make this a little bit less boring. There we go. Yeah, that looks up quite nice already. Any windows too low down here? Because I feel like I need just a wall that we could use as a wall. Which, if that makes sense. Maybe we'll use some of these, like, smaller windows. Just like that. Just some air coming in the windows again. Maybe what we actually want is a little addition here to just kind of make it a little bit more interesting. There we go. Yeah, just like that. Just a small little addition here. And we can still have some nice windows in there. Then we can there we go. Yeah, it's a bit different. We're prepared. There we go. Yeah, nice little addition there. What we could do is have like a little platform there, maybe. To kind of help with that a little bit. There we go. Just like that. I think I might do a few little additions, like have these going on. We'll have those over here. Maybe have them here too. Why not? Could be a nice addition. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this. I like this little farmhouse. Might have to switch that to normal wall after all. There we go. Perfect. And then we'll fill in these sections. There we go. Just like that. And then probably we want the bigger arches here at the front. Perfect. Then we can have those to the side. There we go. And that's it for this farmhouse. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you again in the next video or stream. For now, goodbye.